Hi Virgo, and welcome to your horoscope for January 2024. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm going to look at what the planets are doing this month, how they support you and where they don't support you so much. So it gives you an idea of where you can kind of maximize the good stuff and avoid some of the negatives. Please watch the horoscopes in this order. Sun sign first, then your rising sign, and then finally your moon sign. Your ruler Mercury on the 1st of January, that exits retrograde and it starts to move direct. It goes forwards. So that's really helpful because Mercury, it governs things like communication, transportation, and your perspective. So the first day of this new year, you'll experience as something very positive because when it starts to move forward again, it's in Sagittarius in your 4th house. You'll notice that you have fewer issues when it comes to talking to people in your inner circle, your family members, people you love. If you have had some sort of misunderstandings there recently, then that's really going to start to ease off. On the 5th of January, Mars, the planet of masculinity and drive, that moves out of Sagittarius and into Capricorn in your 5th house of what you love. And Virgo, you're going to be very interested in your relationships overall this month, how you can work towards improving your relationships, but also you're going to be less interested in your existing work and communication and spirituality. What you're more interested in is, does my work reflect my inner sense of joy? Is it something that I love to do? And if the answer is no, then you're going to really hone in on that from the 5th of January. And you're going to say, I'm going to work towards bringing the situation, turning it around so that I am doing something career-wise that I actually enjoy and where I feel like all my energy is having a positive impact and it's being used effectively. So the area of what you love is really what's highlighted. So the relationships I have in my life, what's working, what isn't, and also in my work, but it's not about the job itself, it's about, do I love this? So that's your priority here. And from that perspective, you'll be able to make changes and adapt things nicely. That continues on the 11th of January. We have a new moon in Capricorn, and that happens as well in your 5th house of what you love. And the new moon is when the moon goes pitch black and it pulls a lot of energy in order to start its next 28-day cycle. So for you, this is like a rebirth moment. It says, do you know what? I am now going to stop for a minute. I'm going to say, this is my life. This is what I'm doing. Where am I wasting my time? Where am I engaging in things that are just like a slog, that feel difficult, where I'm not making any progress? And how can I change gears or change direction in order to use my energy towards things that I do enjoy? So whether that's painting or writing or doing a job that you've considered for a long time, but either you haven't had the confidence or the opportunity to pursue that. So really the focus is on your heart chakra, I would say. And at the same time, you've got good relationships going on with the people in your life already, and you'll be able to improve those. But you'll also find that there's a sense of support, and there's this overall feeling that, of course, I can make changes in a practical way so that my everyday experience is more loving and enjoyable. And you become very unwilling to tolerate anything that is less than that. At the same time, you've got a lot of energy happening in your 9th house of travel, expansion, growth, education. So you may also suddenly have this desire to act somewhat out of character and to say, you know, I would love to go on a holiday or I'd love to study something new. So the key word here is new. And what isn't so supported is your usual sense of responsibility and I have to get things done because these are my duties and my obligations. So keep an eye on your existing job. Keep an eye on communications. So everyday communications as they come in and go out. Your connection to your sense of self. I think you're very likely to disconnect from all of that and say, I'm only going to look at the most positives and in an extreme way. So I want to go on trips that really make me feel fired up. And I only want to talk to the people that I'm madly in love with. So everything is heightened. So on the plus side, it means you can identify work and circumstances and people that you do truly love. But at the same time, make sure that you just keep an eye on the things that are ticking along and that actually serve you, even if they don't feel so exciting or you're constantly over the moon about them. On the 21st of January, we have something really big happening. We have Pluto, the planet of transformation and change, that moves out of Capricorn and into Aquarius. And that's a big deal. I go into a lot of detail on this in the yearly horoscope that I made for Virgo. So if you type in Virgo 2024 and look for my video there, I give a lot of information. But this is such a significant shift because Pluto's been in there since 2008. And now pretty much it shifts into Aquarius until 2044. So the next 21 years, it moves out of your fifth house of what you love, and it goes into your sixth house of daily routine and your physical health and structure of your everyday life. And it's really nice in your case because as a Virgo, you're ruled by Mercury, the communication planet. Aquarius is an air sign that's very much about innovation and activism and new ideas. And with that going into your sixth, it's almost like the first 3 weeks of January, I've done the research around what I love and now picked something or several things that I actually enjoy. How do I take all of these certainties and truths, and how do I expand upon these ideas to build them into my everyday experience, into my everyday life? So Virgo, you become very good at using your critical eye to let go of things that no longer work and to replace them with things that are exciting and interesting to you. Again, if there's something that there's no option around, this is something I have to maintain, make sure that you continue to work towards that, because again, you're like off into the future here saying these are fun things that I want to enjoy. So Virgo has like an adolescence here where it's like, I want to live in the moment and enjoy myself and have fun. On the 21st as well, the sun goes into Aquarius. It goes into your sixth house as well. So there may even be a sense of all of these ideas, and I've been so clear on doing things that I love. How can I include other people in this process and ensure that I'm showing them a way to have a better time? And how can I communicate those things now in a professional way, particularly, so that I am sharing the knowledge. So if you're a life coach or if you're someone who's empowering people, or if you're a teacher, you'll find it very easy to kind of find content that you feel is genuinely useful and that can open up other people's perspectives and lives as well as your own. On the 23rd, we've got Venus also going into Capricorn in your fifth house. So at this point in the month, the last week here, we've got all the personal planets, Venus, Mercury, Mars. They're all in Capricorn in your fifth house. So again, you can work towards great relationships, and that means your relationships this month are likely to go very, very well. And that's existing relationships as well as new relationships. So if you're a Virgo looking for love, then try different things and use your energy to kind of make yourself available in that way. It's going to be very easy for you to get the right vibe. Is this working for me? Do I see a future? Does this feel positive? Doesn't it? And as long as you listen to your gut, you're very unlikely here to gallop off in the wrong direction. On the 25th, we've got the full moon in Leo. And that's interesting because for the first time now this month, you really feel a sense of spiritual strength and like you've done the right thing by focusing on what you love. And it's again this confirmation that my inner child also has a voice and a part to play in my life. It's not just about duty and responsibility. Yes, I'm keeping an eye on things, but it's okay to just like do things that are fun for the sake of it. 27th, we've got Uranus, the planet of the miraculous, going direct, and that's in your ninth, where it's been all month, and Jupiter's also in there. So again, what continues is I want to use all my energy and resources to explore things that are new and enjoyable and that motivate me. So Virgo, you're very unlike yourself because you're like this carefree spirit who is just in it for the new and for the experience and for travel and for learning about things that seem fascinating. It's like a blossoming of Virgo in the most wonderful way, where you're tapping into this youthful optimism. Yeah. So I hope that gives you an idea of what you'll be working with. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website, gregoryscott.com. To draw up your birth chart, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, then order a chart rectification with me, please. That's a process where I work it out for you. Check out some of my other videos. Have a wonderful January, and I'll speak to you soon. All the best.